Dark times are upon us. The realm, it is under siege from the dark presence of ignorance. I have called the assembly of the Knights of Knowledge at the table of intelligence to address a few things that have befallen the realm. And in doing so, we shall have another history giveaway. Before we begin, I want to introduce our present Knights of Knowledge. We have Southwest Zombie Squad, Sir Shellshock Armory. These two, Mr. Biggs, Mr. Big Guns, 454, and Sir Roman 45 ACP. All four of these knights have showed valiant courage in battle against evil presence of ignorance and, dare I say, stupidity, or just plain laziness. Anyway, today our giveaway will entail, let's see, what do we have? It'll be a choice for first place as usual. We're going to have a Magpul AFG grip for standard Picatinny AR-15 platform. Any of you are interested in adding that little item to your weapon, then you might want to get involved. Or 2 boxes of 5.56 ball XM193F by Federal. Couple boxes there, add to your stash. Or brand new pair of Mechanics tactical gloves. These are for men, so Ibomi, I'm sorry, sorry, just kidding. Anyway, those are the booty up for grabs if you decide to participate in the battle against the ignorance that has befallen us at this time. Let's start off with the ground rules. Obviously, this is going to be a multi-part question. All parts need to be answered. First person that enters all the required parts on the answer is the winner, and will be gauged by the time that that answer is registered on my site. So let's start off with something that troubled me to begin with. I had hoped to avoid actually addressing this because the stupidity of it all was almost beyond my comprehension, but a while back an individual, and I will leave specific names out from, we will call it XYZ Company, came across one of my gel test videos, and this is actually a cutout from the block that I used in that video. And I'm going to see if I can zoom in without let's see if I can do this for you. And I'm hoping you can see here is an expanded Grizzly Extreme, and here is a round from company XYZ. Now, there was a number of comments posted by this individual from XYZ company, and most of it, actually all of it, was pretty disdainful and outright just rude, which shocked me because I've always had the highest esteem and regards for this company and recommended them to a lot of people. That being said, some of his comments were to the point where my testing was invalid. That I was basically an idiot for using gel test to demonstrate the potentials of their company's rounds and yada, yada, yada. His premise in a lot of his comments was such that gel testing is not valid, and he has yet to see a individual made of Jell-O that would be applicable to anything that I was posting, or anybody else was posting for that matter, with regard to gel tests and round penetration and expansions, according to this individual from XYZ. I tried to politely rebuke the emails with the fact that their own website has gel testing as part of their format and, you know, advertisement, if you want to call it. I also indicated that in one of the discussions, he was mentioning that this round in particular, XYZ round, which failed to perform as stated, and I think that's what he was taking issue at. He mentioned that their rounds are based on velocity, and my statement was that this 27 grain projectile was too light and even at a high velocity would be subject to misdirection if it hit bone or hard tissue, and while it would create damage, it was too easily influenced at that grain weight. His response was, and getting back to that statement, I mentioned that one of their 55 grain projectiles would be much more preferable. It was only giving up about, as I recall, 50 or 60 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle, and the extra grain weight being in excess or over twice the impact grain weight would be much more devastating. And this genius from XYZ company responds to me with the fact that their bullets count on speed, and muzzle energy and kinetic energy are irrelevant. Okay. I'm going to read a response which he sent me, and this is the only one I'll read from the company. When I responded that Jell-O testing or gel testing, and I tried to also explain to him that ballistics gel and Jell-O were completely different entities, and that there was something that he was missing there. In fact, that his own website had gel tests as part of their advertisement, as I mentioned earlier. His response was, it is still Jello and a waste of time. The videos on my site were done by an independent test facility for a contract. If you read the description, you would know this, but then knowing this would make trolling less easy. Trolling. This is either a representative or one of the owners of this company aligning themselves with such a disdainful analogy of trolling. Why in the world would you bring yourself down to that level? And secondly, gel testing is a waste of time. Yet the FBI, every major law enforcement facility in the United States and abroad rely on gel tests and penetration expansion for their own research. Yet Einstein here feels that that's a waste of time. Okay, so question 1. Einstein's statement was that kinetic energy and force have no part in the end result of what a bullet does. I want somebody to tell me why that is so far off base, because this idiot is wanting to sell ammunition to the public with a complete lack of understanding of what he's really talking about. And it kind of makes me suspect as to why these rounds really didn't perform as advertised. Okay, that's question 1. I want to know why muzzle energy, kinetics are something that you want to consider. Secondly, next question, I'm going to be really devious here because, like I said in previous challenges, you guys are pretty damn smart. I'm going to give you some numbers. Not much more than that. I want you to see if you can derive the answer from this question. July 30, 880, 217. What do those numbers mean? I will actually add an extra box of, if somebody chooses the 193s, I'll add an extra box if somebody can add to that answer and tell me what was so ironic about the incident, or the irony is involved in this incident, that made it so memorable. Third question. What is a Glock smile? And how is it, or what causes it? And finally, fourth question. What is important about reloading tracer rounds? Seems pretty fair, 4 questions. Put your thinking caps on, draw your swords, prepare for battle, and join my Knights of Knowledge, if you are not already one of them. Sally forth and meet the enemy in the field. You too may earn a spot on the table. Desert Gold.